Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is practice 3 ahead of the 2022 Italian Grand Prix. If you are new to this channel, if you are a Formula 1 fan, then please do get yourself subscribed because I'm live for every single qualifying and every single race from the Formula 1 World Championship. And please do drop me a like as well. It really helps out the channel get going, and hopefully we can build a little F1 community over the coming seasons. So yeah, welcome to the stream, back for another practice session, and as SHT has said immediately in the comments, the breaking news as of the last few minutes, I think, I literally got the notification like 5 minutes ago, Alexander Albon's out. Oh, look at this. Okay, so it's Verstappen, Perez, Bottas, Sainz, Hamilton, Tsunoda, back of the grid. Yeah, I think I've got that right. I know Bottas 15 places. Oh, whatever. The grid penalties are pretty much how I've got it on the top. But yeah, the big news is Alexander Albon is out with tonsillitis, so will not race this weekend in Italy. He'll be replaced by Nick De Vries, who has already done FP1 for Aston Martin. So Nick De Vries will change overalls, go to the next garage, go to the garage next door, and get in the Williams. So yeah, Nick De Vries dipping about this weekend, but he will make his Grand Prix debut for Williams this weekend, Nick De Vries. So it'll be De Vries and Latifi for Williams. So yeah, I mean, at least he's had FP1, hasn't he? You know, I mean, SHT saying there in the chat that it's like Paul Di Resta. Well, Paul Di Resta jumped in for qualifying, so that was a different beast. But yeah, Nick De Vries with the big opportunity then. Grand Prix debut. How are we doing then? Welcome in, Chris. SHT, obviously you're in as well with the news updates. 2017 Hungary, yeah. Not as extreme as that, but yeah. At least he did FP1. Maybe they knew. Somebody knew. Finally, Nick to make his F1 debut. Yeah, Albon speed recovery. Yeah, definitely. Albon, I think it said tonsillitis. I think I just got the news. The thing is, there was someone else not feeling well the other day. Was it Lando Norris was missed Thursday or something? Maybe something going round. Who knows? But yeah, Ocon also starting at the back. Is it? Well, I haven't seen that on the graphic. They're just showing a graphic on Sky. So in fact, I'll go back and check that. But let me have a look at these grid penalties. Let me have a look at this. No mention of Ocon on Sky Sports. Verstappen 5 places. Perez 10 places. Oh, wait a minute. I need to pause it. Verstappen 5 places. Perez 10 places. Bottas 15 places. And then it's Sainz, Hamilton, Tsunoda back of the grid. No mention of Ocon on Sky anyway. I thought Alpine planning to change Alonso's power unit because Ocon's already taken the grid penalty in Spa. Gasly, Gasly didn't attend on Thursday. That was it. Yeah, Gasly wasn't well, but he's okay. But Albon out of the Italian Grand Prix. I had him P7 as well in my predictions. I'm in the bin. You're not even going to be in the race. But yeah, but it's an opportunity for Nick De Vries. Can he show? You know, I mean, can you imagine if he gets a point? Latifi has gone, mate. Now, the thing is, De Vries has just got to try and beat Latifi. If De Vries beats Latifi this weekend, surely that's a nail. Surely that's the final nail in the coffin for old Gotifi, innit? Surely. If Nick De Vries turns up and beats him, you know, imagine he beats him today in qualifying. Obviously qualifying later on, so this is practice, the third and final practice session now, 12 till 1, and then qualifying will start 3 PM UK time, 3 till 4. That's without any red flags. It's 3 till 4 PM qualifying. So yeah, this is the final practice session. I don't usually do this final practice session. I usually chill out and watch this one and just like, you know what I mean? Have a chill, watch a session without having to waffle on about it for an hour. But I thought, nah, we'll do it, because I think last weekend it took momentum out of the channel missing this practice session. Actually, it's weird how at 10, 12. more people in on a Friday practice than I do for quali in the race. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, see if people turn up for quali this afternoon. I don't think there's a lot else going on, is there? So we will see. But yeah, obviously David Croft and Corin Chandok talking about Nick De Vries making his debut for Williams. I tell you what, how many drivers get a direct comparison on the same weekend of two different cars as well? Nick De Vries will have fresh experience driving the Aston Martin and will be able to compare that to the Williams in real time. He's driven the Aston Martin yesterday and drives the Williams today. Nobody gets that direct comparison. Nobody, ever. In fact, has that ever happened before? Where someone's driven one car on the front. I mean, that's probably happened in the flipping 1960s, isn't it? But in modern times, I've never heard of a driver driving for one team, driving one car on a Friday, and driving for a different team on the Saturday. A direct comparison. Can you imagine if this was like... I mean, it doesn't really matter it being the Aston Martin to Williams switchover, right? But can you imagine if they'd driven the Ferrari on the Friday and the Red Bull on the Saturday? That'd be like a massive breach of, like, privacy, wouldn't it? I feel like that'd be big news. Like, if someone drove the current Ferrari on the Friday and the current Red Bull on the Saturday and got an instant comparison of, like, how each one handled, like, no one gets that. So it is a weird one for him to have driven two cars from the same grid on the same weekend. That's something extremely rare for Nick De Vries, the direct comparison, which is like invaluable information for Williams, really. He can sit there and tell Williams, well, the Aston Martin, it's a little bit more stable out of the slow corners, blah, 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 blah. He's got every single detail. Kevin Magnussen looking like he isn't going out of the garage anytime soon. He's got the gearbox and the rear wing facing in the other direction at the back of the garage. So, yeah, that's in bits. Is it Mick's car or Kevin? Oh, I think it might be Mick, actually. I don't know. They're both blonde, aren't they? I can't tell the difference from looking at the back of their head. But one of the has is in bits anyway. Am I drinking tonight? I don't know yet. I don't know what the plan is. What a shame for Albon, who looks to have a show this weekend. Nick's staying very interesting. I know. I think Williams would... Well, still, I had Williams on for a double points finish, believe it or not. I even had Latifi P10 this weekend in the predictions. I think practice is about to get underway any second now because I can hear cars in the pit lane. Are we out? Is it on? They're making a lot of changes to the Williams. The timer's not even on the screen yet. Has the session begun? Like, I feel like the session started, but we're watching Nick De Vries as Williams, as it now is there for this weekend. Watching Carlos Sainz in the garage. I feel like the session's underway. And then it's going to come up with a timer, and I'm going to miss the boat on the time. Yeah, it is underway. One of the Red Bulls is already out on circuit. Perez is out then, on track, and it is 59 minutes to go. So I'll start off my timer in a few seconds. But yeah, FP3 is underway. And yeah, I usually swerve this session because they're kind of doing qualifying runs. You can kind of get an idea of who's going to be quick in qualifying, I suppose. Qualifying obviously in about 3 hours time. But yeah, we're underway. Let me start that then about now. Yeah, timer's on. Let's go, 58.5 minutes. And let's make sure that this is updating with the... Let me put it onto that. Okay. GPS and all the rest of it should be up. Timing should be up. And we're away. for practice 3, final practice session. Obviously, massively important for De Vries to get as many laps as he can in that Williams. Like I was saying, he's driven the Aston Martin yesterday, but jumping over to a different car. So it's a long time coming for De Vries to make his F1 debut. Yeah, it is. It is. What year did he win the F2? Was he 2019 F2 champion? Yeah, he just come at it at the wrong time. He just he won that championship just at the wrong time when there wasn't any seats going in Formula 1, basically. Zhou Guanyu got in, though. That was a year later, though, wasn't it? Yeah, Nick De Vries just hit that. Sometimes these F2 champions, they win the championship, boom, there's a space going, they're in a junior program, everything just adds up and they get that instant promotion into Formula 1. Sometimes F2 champions, they can dominate the season, win 8 races, but there ain't any space at the inn. There's no place at the inn, and they have to move series, because if you win the Formula 2 championship, you can't race in it again. So you have to swerve it. You have to go on to other series and wait for your chance. Now Nick De Vries might get his chance, not only this weekend, but I suppose if he performs well, Williams will be seriously looking at hiring this guy full time in 2023, especially if he beats Latifi. If he turns up, he rocks up and beats Latifi today, and even more importantly tomorrow, then yeah, I think he's got a good chance of getting a seat next year. Hi Farah, welcome to the stream. I know there's no football on today, so I appreciate we might have a few football fans in this afternoon for qualifying, because there's not a hell of a lot else going on. So it might be a lot of people's Plan C, Plan D, Plan E Formula 1 this afternoon. But yeah, that DRS of Sergio Perez is still doesn't look very stable. Fluttering in the wind down the pit straight. AlphaTauri getting Yuki Tsunoda's car. Looks almost ready to go out. Valtteri Bottas in the Ascari chicane. Martin Brundle had a fantastic spot to watch FP2 from there yesterday. Standing at that Ascari chicane. Got to be one of the best places in the world to watch Formula 1. Into Parabolica for Valtteri Bottas. Early on in practice 3. Looks a nice day as well. I've not heard anything about any chance of any rain this weekend, so it should be pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward weekend in terms of weather. Nothing crazy, I don't think. I feel like I would have heard about it if it was going to be a bit of a wild one. Zhou Guanyu, previous race started 14th, finished 16th. Yeah, Zhou Guanyu's not really set the world on fire, has he? But he'll probably get another year. Zhou. But you don't get 3 years. You get 2 years for free. You don't get 3. You know what I mean? They'll give him a bit of grace because he's a rookie. You got a year to bed yourself in, but year 2, you got to start performing. That's the boat that Mick's in right now. Mick Schumacher's in the boat. He's in year 2, and he's got to start showing that he's got that magic, and he has. He's had a couple of things. Look at the Ferrari with the banana suits. Ferrari with the yellow this weekend, yellow overalls, yellow crash helmets, yellow details on the car, which does look good on circuit actually. When I saw the renders online on Thursday, I was like, what are they doing with this yellow all over the car? Then as soon as I saw it on the track, I was like, this looks mint. I was like, they should keep this. Especially the yellow Ferrari on the rear wing. Everyone's saying, like, just keep that. Like, that should not be a special edition Ferrari logo on the rear wing. You've got to keep that. Perez on a quick lap. 7 minutes into the session, purple sector 1 and 2 looking like it's going to go quickest. 20 degrees going to start higher up to the grid due to his grid penalty. Oh, he is, yeah. He is. Yeah, with... I mean, he probably won't start behind Verstappen, but... I mean, he probably won't start in front of Verstappen. Verstappen with only a 5-place grid penalty, but... Yeah, he isn't going to be... He isn't going to be in the back 4 or 5 places on the grid, is he? We could have Nick De Vries starting from like 16th, 15th. So, at worst. So, you know, not that bad, is it? You know, he's not going to be a rookie on the scene and starting at the back. Some of the teams with messages on the car and stamps on the car in memory of Queen Elizabeth II, which is nice to see. Red Bull with what is it, the royal stamp, is it called, on the nose? Nice touch. Lando Norris not looking like it. And I tell you what, everyone's in the pits apart from Perez, Bottas and Tsunoda. Why have we got 17 cars in the pits? I tell you what, that Mick Schumacher's Haas is in bits. Did he broke down yesterday, didn't he, Mick Schumacher out? He stopped on circuit, was it in FP1? Or FP2? I can't remember, but Mick Schumacher did stop out on circuit, didn't he, in one of the sessions? But not looking good for Mick. The side pods are off, the rear crash structures off the car with the gearbox and the rear wing on the other side of the garage. Like, it's not looking good for Mick, this. You know, it's only an hour session. The practice sessions used to be an hour and a half. These days they're just an hour, so it's not that much time to build the thing back together and get him out there. Maybe he'll do the last quarter of an hour, but not looking great for Mick, that. Like the Alfa Romeo car's been like a tractor. They've really fallen off. I don't think Alfa Romeo scored points since Canada, SHT. When I do the little preview that I do, I go through all the results, and it's like only when I see them that I think, wait a minute, they've not scored a point since Canada. That's like 6 races ago. Yeah, Alfa Romeo have been stuck on 51 points for too long. Ricciardo climbs into the McLaren. Current Monza champion. I don't even know if they'd call it like that, but he's the last guy that won this race anyway, Daniel Ricciardo. You get good odds on him making it back-to-back wins in Monza, I'll tell you that. It's probably the last time Daniel Ricciardo had a smooth, solid weekend. It was 12 months ago. Perez on another quick lap then on the medium tyres. Purple sector 1 and 2. Early on in practice 3 here for Perez. But yeah, De Vries down there, 17th, no time. Is that a 3-letter abbreviation that we've got to get used to? Dev. It's Dev on the grid. Dev in Formula 1. Get in there, lad. It's the same. Ferrari on Minions, mate. Yeah, they do look like Minions, yeah. Ocon's grid penalty is the same with the 5-place grid penalty due to ICE change. I don't know why they didn't mention that on Sky. I don't know why that's I don't know why Ocon's name's not on the list of grid penalties. Maybe it's on other people's lists. I don't know. But it's going to be like Belgium, basically, where the grid order at the end of qualifying ain't going to be the grid order on Sunday. That's what it means, basically. So we're following Max Verstappen round on a flying lap. He's gone purple sector 1, fastest of anybody. He's on the medium tyre, though. Not on the soft tyre. Soft tyre, obviously the quickest tyre, but doesn't last as long. If you are new to Formula 1, 3 compounds of dry tyres: soft, medium and hard. The hard tyres are slowest but it's more durable. Medium tyre somewhere in the middle, a little bit quicker but less durable. And then the soft tyre is your fastest tyre but doesn't last as long at all. And Max Verstappen on the mediums, obviously for qualifying, it's soft tyre all the way. And this session is usually about getting in qualifying mode, seeing what your pace is over one lap. All the way. But yeah, it's Perez quickest at the moment from Bottas. Tsunoda, Verstappen goes P4 then. Yeah. On board, sat on the front wing of George Russell's Mercedes then, coming out of the first chicane. Curva Grande, flat out. Bottom of the car, scraping on the ground. He's going to brake way after the bridge. Nah, the game isn't accurate, you know. On the game, you got to brake 50 metres earlier than he just did then. Yeah, the game's not accurate. He braked really late into the second chicane there. Round the Lesmos. Nice and wide. But you don't want to go too wide over that serrated edge curb. Down under the bridge. Up the other side towards Ascari. Personal best first and middle sector for George Russell in the Mercedes. So we've got Perez quickest on the medium and Bottas, 2 seconds off on the soft tyre. Yeah, people are not really showing the hand yet. Same with Verstappen as well. So Verstappen and Ocon have got the same penalty, have they? I've not heard about this. Ocon won, but Russell goes 4th. I mean, 25.3. Not really an incredible lap. Right, so yeah, on Sky they're giving the reason why we've only got like 4 or 5 cars out on circuit, and that's for engine wear. So they're looking after their engines. I think did they only get 3? Yeah, this is becoming a problem. I think they've tightened up on how many engines and how many engine components you can use. They've tightened up on that too much, and it's getting to the point where, you know, we're halfway through. Well, you know, we're well into the 3rd practice session. We've only got half a dozen cars on circuit because everyone's worried about engine wear, and then subsequently engine penalties in the coming races. It's like it's become a bit too like, okay, don't change your engine every single race, but using like 2 in for a full season it's getting a bit ridiculous. So yeah, the tifosi, the Ferrari fans cheer. Carlos Sainz going round to start a flying lap then. 44 minutes to go in FP3. Can they show the pace that showed yesterday? But Sainz is one of those on the grid penalty list though. Sainz probably start towards the back no matter what, and in qualifying anyway. Hey Ryan Tune, welcome to the stream, Ryan. Hope you're doing well, bro. Helmet cam on board with Carlos Sainz. Whoa, a bit of oversteer coming out of the second chicane. Mr. Colgate. You never live that down, brushing your teeth on stream. That's it now, Ryan. That's what you're known for. Verstappen goes quickest, 1:21.8 then, so it's a Red Bull 1-2. And a replay with Carlos Sainz, that back end. Very loose on the exit there. Charles Leclerc looking like he's starting a flying lap as well, then into turn 1. I tell you what, it's difficult to spot which one's which at a glance. A split second glance. telling apart Sainz and Leclerc's going to be pretty difficult. You know, it's a red car with a yellow helmet. Do you know what I mean? Like, why? Yeah, Leclerc full send into Lesmo 1. So yeah, it's Verstappen from Perez. Sonoda's up there, still P3 on the hard tyres, but it's 1.4 seconds off the pace. That'll be beaten. As the Ferrari fans cheer Leclerc coming through Ascari and onto the back straight. Norris is in Ascari as well as Leclerc comes round Parabolica, then the final corner to the line. Is he on the soft tyre, Leclerc? No, Leclerc on the mediums goes P3 then on a 22.4, 3 tenths. Yeah, 6 tenths off Max, about 2.5 tenths off Sergio Perez in the other Red Bull. Norris goes up to P5 then on the medium tyres, but albeit 1.9 seconds off the pace for Lando Norris. And here comes Fernando Alonso then out of Ascari. Alpine with the black nose on the front of the car. A nice touch as well. I think most of the teams have got something in remembrance of the Queen on the car this weekend, which is good. Alonso goes P4 then. 1:23.1, 1.3 seconds off Verstappen's Red Bull pace, and they cut to adverts. Alonso on mediums as well, yeah. I don't get why. Maybe they do a soft tyre run at the end of the session, innit? I don't know. I never really examine FP3. I just kind of, never like fully analyse practice 3. I just chill out and watch it on a casual one. But I assume the routine is to sort of get bedded in now, and then last 10-15 minutes they go for it, I suppose. Get the soft tyres on, get the fuel out, and do, a few flying laps at the end of the session. I don't really know how it works, but I assume that's the routine, something like that, to get an idea going into quali. Do you realise Mick's name's missing on the leaderboard? What, on the... That doesn't make sense. How does that make sense? Because there's 20... Oh, yeah, there's no number 5. Oh, no, wait, 5, 6... Oh, there's no number 15. It goes 14. Oh, no, it doesn't. It goes 40. What? Oh, because they've still got Albon's name there. They've got Albon and De Vries. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, they've messed up, haven't they? This website that you get the live times on, they've messed it up, haven't they? They've got Albon P11. even though he's in bed sick, they've got him P11. So is Albon's actually De Vries in it? And they've got De Vries, and that's actually Mick Schumacher, innit? Yeah, they've messed up the graphics, haven't they? How's Norris doing? Oh, welcome to the stream, Jay. Yeah, he's doing alright, I think. Obviously, early days, innit, in practice 3. We'll see by the end of the session. And but it really matters, doesn't it, in a few hours when we get into qualifying. But yeah, I think they're not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. But yeah, this website's messed up the graphics. Yeah, there's no Mick Schumacher. So they've got Albon P10. Does that mean De Vries is P10? I don't even know because Sky are on an ad break. But that would be mad. If De Vries pulls a madness this afternoon I mean, even if he beats Latifi, it's big. Yeah, that's it, SHT. Didn't remove Albon's name, innit? Yeah, they've had a nightmare there. Mind you, it's kind of last minute, though, wasn't it? I think it was literally confirmed, like, what, 5 minutes, well, 10 minutes before the session started, so... Yeah, for whoever runs this website with the live timings, they were on a full panic. Yeah, we're back on. Right, let's see what's the order now. Oh, we've had a whoa, we had nearly a crash there. Bottas nearly went into the back of Carlos Sainz at turn 1. Wow, crazy. Sainz on a full slow motion. Sainz was on slow mode, and Bottas comes steaming in at 180 mile an hour. Nearly went into the back of him. Yeah, Norris is Norris is P6 at second and a half off the pace on the medium tyre. Comparing it to Alonso in the Alpine, it's pretty much the same. They look pretty much evenly matched with the Alpine, which is about where they're at. Alonso's gone a tenth quicker in P5 than Norris. So yeah, they're looking... Not looking too bad, put it that way. But it is Verstappen quickest from the clerk now. 72 thousandths of a second between the top two. But obviously with Verstappen with the grid penalty, so even if Verstappen gets pole later on, he'll go down to 6th at best. So big chance for Leclerc this weekend. I feel like Leclerc's got to win this race. You know, he's well out of the championship fight now, but he's got to just win it for pride, for Ferrari, for Italy. He's got to win this race because you've got Verstappen grid penalty, Perez grid penalty, Sainz grid penalty, Hamilton grid penalty. Leclerc's got to win this. Yes, Lee, welcome in. I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. Bit of final practice. Perez's dad is there as well. He doesn't go to all the races. I don't know what brings him to Monza, but well, it's apart from being a hell of a venue. But yeah, Perez's dad in the garage as we watch Nick De Vries come out then. So I don't know if this is his first lap. I think it is. I think this is Nick De Vries' first lap then in the Williams this weekend, ahead of his Grand Prix debut. Here we go then. De Vries Team Radio. What do they say? Good luck, Nick. Number 45. I think that's just a generic number. I don't think that would be his actual race number 45. I think it's just a randomly allocated number. So his number 45 this weekend is Nick De Vries. I don't know what the hell this timing screen's doing with Albon in P11. I have no idea what they're doing. They've got Stroll P10, Albon 11. Albon's in bed sick with tonsillitis, and they've got him P11 on the timing screens on the website. Weird one that, but ignore that. Mick Schumacher also with no time. He's not got out of the garage. The car's still in bits in that garage. Flipping. He needs a break, Mick Schumacher. He needs a bit of luck. He's fighting for his place in Formula 1. He doesn't need this. Just listening to Ted Kravitz talking about how De Vries has got this opportunity, basically. Oh, appendicitis. Sorry, not what the hell did I say? Tonsillitis. I'm an idiot. Flipping tonsillitis. Appendicitis is what Albon's got. But yeah, Nick De Vries straight in. Tonsillitis, mate. That's what Lando Norris had a few weeks ago. I know, got it all mixed up. But yeah, Albon not well. Put it that way. I'll stay out of Doctor. Do you know what I mean? I'll leave Doctor in a different category. I'll just say he's not well. But anyway, De Vries is in the Williams. 3.5 seconds off the pace at the moment, but obviously it's just his first lap. So yeah, it's Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Sainz, Alonso, Norris. Replay with De Vries into what looks like turn 1, locking up that front right tyre. Oh, I didn't realise this. They're saying on Sky, Nick De Vries was actually Formula E champion until the other week when Van Dorn won it. I didn't realise that. So De Vries has been Formula 2 champion, then moved to Formula E, and was Formula E champion. Oh, fair play. How old is he? Let me have a look at this. I feel like he's 26 or something. '27. You see this late, really. He's 5 years. Yeah, 27 making your debut. Yeah, 27. Yeah. He can still make a career out of it. Of course he can. He's still got, 6-7 years or whatever. But usually, the big talent, big star drivers, you're making your debut at 21, 22. So 27, a little bit late for Nick De Vries. He has missed, he's been on the sidelines, been in other categories for maybe 3 years longer than he should have. But yeah, he might get a chance next year full time with the Williams. Especially if he does well this weekend, surely that'll be it then, decided. If he puts on a performance this weekend, beats Latifi, surely gets the seat for 23. Toto Wolff will be keen on that as well. Obviously, he's like a Mercedes. Is he the Mercedes reserve driver? I feel like he's a Mercedes reserve driver. He's in that Mercedes program. Toto Wolff will want to get him a race seat. And this will probably be his last chance at 27, making your debut. You ain't making your debut at 28, 29, are you? They'll look to other drivers. You've got a yellow flag sector 2. What's going on? What's going on, Chris Kamara? Oh, green flag. Nothing happened. Or nothing of real consequence happened. Halfway through practice 3 now. Everyone's quickest laps on the mediums. I don't know why no one's getting the soft tyre on yet. Maybe they will right at the end of the session. Oh, it was De Vries actually going off on the exit of the first Lesmo, going right off into the gravel. Across the gravel. Doesn't hit anything, but it's probably, whoa, look, the amount of stones that's going to be in the under tray of that car. Oh, yeah, he's scratched the floor of that car to hell, but look at the amount of traffic for Valtteri Bottas around Curva Grande. 5 or 6 cars. Whoa. But yeah, De Vries going wide, bouncing over the gravel, but rejoins the circuit and on his way again. Yeah. Now Andreas Seidel being asked about Piastri. Is Piastri going to get any FP1 sessions? Surely. Come on, Andreas. He ain't going to answer it. But they've got to get Piastri in for an FP1 session before the end of the year, surely. Sainz coming through Ascari then. Personal best sector 1 and sector 2. Down the back straight. Yeah, that clip on board with Bottas there going around Curva Grande. flipping 5 or 6 cars in his way. Sainz's brother. Oh, is his brother and manager? Is it both? Or is it not his brother? I feel like it is. Sainz's manager looks on in the garage. We're watching Vettel down into Parabolica. Aston Martin down in 14th and 15th. Not looking brilliant for them this weekend. Where are Mercedes this weekend as well? I feel like that's a big mystery. Gasly up there in P6 for AlphaTauri. 1.4. It's weird. It seems to have a clear top four. You know, it seems like Red Bull and Ferrari are in a different league, and there's a massive, 3/4 of a second gap to everybody else. But you know, I thought Mercedes was in that gap, but I don't know. It's not looking great so far for Mercedes. They're in the rest of the pack with Alpine, McLaren, and AlphaTauri and the rest of it. Sainz in the pits then. 26 minutes to go. As we watch Nick De Vries making his Grand Prix debut this weekend. Driving for 2 different teams on a weekend. I remember Robin Friends, or Friends, I don't know how you say it. I remember him getting test sessions for like 3 different teams in 2 days. But I've never seen a driver drive for one team on a Friday and a different team on a Saturday. Never seen that. Here he comes on a flying lap, Nick De Vries. Is he Dutch? Yeah, he's Dutch. So Latifi's up there in P11. 1.6 off the pace, but he is on the soft tyres. Latifi, Zhou, Stroll, Vettel and Bottas all on the soft tyre. Everyone else pretty much on the medium. What's De Vries on? What tyres? Nick De Vries on the medium as well. So he probably won't beat Latifi this session. De Vries, 3 seconds off the pace and P18 on the medium tyres. You can't expect miracles this weekend. Obviously, he's only done a couple of FP1 sessions so far in his career. You can't expect him to jump in and be absolutely rapid. But I hope he makes a good account of himself. He'll be wanting to try and beat Nicky Latifi. And they've gone to adverts again. But yeah, what have we got? Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Sainz, Alonso, Gasly, Hamilton, Ocon, virtually on the same time. I wonder if in the last quarter of an hour or so, you're going to see him come out on the mediums, on the soft tyre, and really show the hand. Or whether that's it. I don't know. Haas are having a nightmare this weekend as well. We've got one car in the garage in pieces in Mick Schumacher. And Kevin Magnussen, P19. Way off the pace. What's going on with Haas? Also, Alfa Romeo, like SHT was saying before, Alfa Romeo really fallen off. They sit 14th and 18th. I don't know why these graphics have still got Albon as P11. I don't know what that's about. Let me have a look at Nick De Vries's career then. So yeah, so he was GP3, then F2 champion. Yeah, so he... Yeah, so he was so Nick De Vries was Formula 2 champion in 2019 and won the 20 to 21 Formula E. Yeah, because Formula E goes over the winter, doesn't it? Like July to May or whatever, like a football season. So he's won... Yeah, so fair play to De Vries. He's won Formula 2 and Formula E in the last, 3 years. I think he was driving for Mercedes, wasn't it? Mercedes Formula E team. And then Van Dorn, literally Stoffel Van Dorn, has just been crowned the new champion of Formula E a few weeks ago, wasn't it? Yeah. So fair play De Vries. He's done all he can do to be worthy of a seat. It's like I say, some years from Formula 2, you'll get 2 or 3 drivers will be promoted, and then some years, the guy will win the championship, he'll go to America, you never hear of him again. It's just it's like, you just got to be right place, right time, in the right junior program, and just get that instant promotion. Like I was saying the other day, I think it was the end of 2018, we had Norris, Russell and Albon all got promoted from Formula 2, all in the same winter. And yet you can have 3 or 4 years where no driver from Formula 2 gets in. You can have... I remember days when that guy who's now the Italian commentator, when he was Davide Valsecchi, when he won it and stuff, in 2016, 17, he never got a look in. And then he put on loads of weight and went in the commentary box. He's better as a commentator, him, anyway. But yeah, we're back with the live action. 20 minutes to go in the final practice session ahead of qualifying. Qualifying is 3 p.m. UK time. I'll be live at 10 to 3 for that. We're getting to the proper exciting stuff then. Look at this. What's this graphic? Science. Engines used. So science has used way more stuff than what you're allowed. Oh, it's a bit mad. I think they've restricted it too much. Science has literally used 5 or 6 of everything, and you're supposed to use 2 or 3. You're supposed to use 3 of everything. He's used 6 of everything. They can't do it, but everyone coming out now with 20 minutes to go. Everyone coming out on the fresh, shiny set of soft tyres now for a qualifying run. So this is it. This is where we're gonna see who's quick and who's not. Now we're gonna get a good idea of who's looking strong and who's not. Now we're gonna get practice qualifying runs now. Yeah, everyone's coming out on the shiny soft tyres and giving it a go. Qualifying simulation now. Let's see who's got it. They're really nursing these tyres around the outlap. Does Ocon give... Oh, right, so Ocon has got a grid penalty then. So does Ocon tow Alonso is what they're asking. Maybe they do, yeah. I was looking at Mick Schumacher's heart. I don't think he's getting out. Oh, he's getting ready. 17 minutes to go. Mick's getting ready. Maybe Schumacher will get out for the last 10 minutes of the session. They're queuing up here now as if it's qualifying. What are they doing? I tell you what, that Ferrari really stands out with the red with the yellow. With the yellow flashes. It really... They should run this livery now. That's it. This should be the livery from now on. It won't be, but it looks mint out on circuit. Right, here we go then. So they're all going to start these flying laps then on the soft tyres. Sainz, DRS wide open down to turn 1. Let's see what kind of pace car Sainz is going to have. Personal best, but only by half a tenth. In the first sector for Sainz. Yeah, clutch issue. Yeah. I think, but he's getting ready to come out now. SHT, he's getting ready. He's getting the helmet on and that, so he might come out for the last 10 minutes. Mick. But yeah, Sainz round Ascari. Oh, Russell goes 4th then. So yeah, there's these soft tyre laps are starting to come through now. So Russell's gone to P4. Here comes Sainz round Parabolica then. Can he go quickest? Alonso beats Russell, goes P4. Norris beats that, so it's now Alonso, Norris, Russell, and Sainz goes P2 then. A 21.8, yeah, really close, yeah. 25 thousandths of a second down on Verstappen's medium tyre lap. Gasly goes P8 on the softs, a second off. Replay on board with Charles Leclerc into the second chicane. Oh, locks the front left. Oh, and then loses the rear end. Wow, that looks a handful for Leclerc. Latifi purple sector. Hey, they missed that on the TV. SHT. Go on, Nicholas Latifi. He's a lead driver now. You know, Albon's out. Yeah, Latifi has gone P8. In fact, I've got Latifi getting a point this weekend. I had Latifi P10 in my predictions, which I've never done before. In fact, I had to download the picture of him to even, like, I hadn't even got that as an option. You know what I mean? I hadn't even got his picture saved on the computer. I was like, I'm gonna predict Latifi P10. It's like, no, you're not. You gotta make a graphic for that. Here comes Lewis Hamilton then round the second Lesmo with his soft tyres on. Yeah, Alonso, yeah. We could end with a front row of Leclerc Alonso when it all irons itself out. Or Alonso's got to start this race from like the top 4, surely. Here comes Lewis then round Parabolica. Where's Mercedes' pace? So you've got Russell half a second off. Go on then, Lewis. Let's see. Are you competitive P8? No. Slightly slower than George Russell. Well, 0.3 slower than George Russell in P8. Mercedes 7th and 8th. It's not looking fantastic for them. It's not looking fantastic. Yeah. Our medium's not soft. Bloody hell. Show goes 8 on soft. Yeah, Hamilton only 8th. It's not looking great, is it, SHT? It's not looking like race-winning pace. That is it from Mercedes. You know, because it, as much as it's an opportunity for Leclerc, it's also an opportunity for Russell to perhaps win a race, but it's not looking brilliant, though, is it? It's not looking brilliant. Yeah, Lewis starting from the back anyway, but I mean, it could be an opportunity for Russell. Maybe he'll start in the front row or P3, but unlikely to progress from that, judging off this pace. Here comes Verstappen then to start a flying lap on the soft tyres with 12 minutes to go. Donald, how's things? Good. Looking forward to qualifying in a couple of hours. Once we get this practice session out of the way in 12 minutes. We're back for qualifying 10 to 3. And we get the real laps underway. So 5th on mediums. Is he on the mediums, is he? Go on, Fernando, lad. But yeah, Verstappen, round Lesmo 2 looking quick. Purple sector 1, Max Verstappen. Quickest of anybody. And he's well up. Verstappen half a second up into the Ascari chicane. Oh, he's gonna smash the personal best. He's gonna smash the time. Round the final corner. Whoa. 2 wheels way out onto that exit. Here he goes. 6/10 of a second. A 21.2. Verstappen and Red Bull coming in clutch again. Leclerc goes P2. Wow. Red Bull looking really good. Despite the grid penalty. What's Perez's penalty? So Perez got a 10 place. Verstappen's got a 5 place. And it could still end up a Red Bull 1-2 by the time you get to 5 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Wow. No, those looking good. For Verstappen, yeah. 3.5 tenths on Leclerc. 6.5 tenths on Sainz. And then a second plus on everybody else. Wow. Gasly moves up to P11. Nicholas Latifi still up there in P12. What else we got? We've got Zhou Guanyu up there in 10th still. Both Alpines are 5th and 9th. McLaren 6th and 13th. Norris over 6/10 quicker than Ricciardo. For McLaren. Perez coming round Ascari then. What can Perez do on the soft tyre? Finally removed. Oh yeah, they did. They've updated it now. They're only an hour behind. It's only an hour behind SHT. It's not that bad. Yeah, Ocon 8. Here comes Perez then. Goes to P3. Half a second. 6/10 off. And Mick's coming out then. 9 minutes to go. And Mick is coming out onto track. Yes. That's why it's updated. Because he's coming out on circuit. It must have triggered something on the website that's gone, whoa. It's triggered it into correcting itself, I think. That Mick's actually getting out onto circuit. Have they still got Albon on the list? No, they haven't. But, yeah, Mick's coming out with 9 minutes to go. So he'll get a couple of laps. 2-3 laps. Imagine he goes P1. P1. He ain't going P1. I'm dreaming. Why is Magnussen 19th, 6.3 seconds off the pace as well? What's that about? Why are Haas having such an absolute disaster? I don't understand it. Why is the quickest Haas 6.3 seconds off the pace? What's going on, guys? Get yourself together. It's qualifying in 2 hours. De Vries 13th, yeah. Yeah, De Vries 13th. He's only 10th off Latifi's time as well. Williams 12th and 13th. Yeah, go on. Nick De Vries has gone quicker than Ricciardo, Bottas, Tsunoda, Stroll, Vettel. Oh, that's it. He's proved it. He's got it. No, that's decent, that, though, isn't it? To be only a 10th off Nicholas Latifi's time. Not bad at all from Nick De Vries. Leclerc had a nice first sector, but second sector has dropped off a bit. Coming towards the final corner. 7 minutes to go in final practice. Has to pain. Your reliability issues left, right and centre for Haas. Leclerc crosses the line. Improves, but stays... Improves and goes second then. 3.5 tenths off from Verstappen's 121.2. Yeah. Yeah, so it is Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Sainz, top 4. Then we've got Alonso, Norris on virtually the same time. A second off the pace. They're in the pits. You've got Russell, Ocon, Hamilton, 7th, 8th, 9th. Mercedes not showing blistering pace this weekend. I feel like it's kind of dropped off after summer break for Mercedes. It seemed like they were on it. And they've come back after summer break and it's like, they're not really. Because I was hoping after summer break, I was like, right, we're going to have 9 races now. We're going to have 6 cars fighting for each win now for the last 9 races of the season. It's going to be mint. And it's been a bit, Mercedes have fallen away a bit again, which is a shame. Schumacher crosses the line then, the P19, albeit 2.6 seconds off the pace. Mick Schumacher. I don't know what's happened to K-Mag. But he's supposedly on an out lap now. And hopefully he'll put a representative lap time on the board. In the top 10. Yeah, De Vries could end up top 10 in quali. Could you imagine that? Like, by the time it's all ironed itself out. You know, they're just saying on Sky, like, if De Vries qualifies, like, 13th, 14th, and then you've got 4 guys in front of him with penalties, you know, De Vries could start in the top 10, which would be mad. I don't think he will. He'd probably end up starting 13th-ish, De Vries. But still, you know, he's not going to be starting on the back row, is he? Nick De Vries, so he's got a chance. He's got a chance of fighting for points on his debut as De Vries. Put it that way. He's got a chance of fighting for points. So I hope he makes the most of it. Still says slower than Max. Yeah. Leclerc just 3.5 tenths off of Max Verstappen. They've come out fighting today. Red Bull on Friday. It was kind of Ferrari's day, and you're thinking, right, Ferrari, the quickest car this weekend. Here we go. Game on. Red Bull come out today and gone, nope. Still got it. Never lose it. Still got it. 121.2 for Verstappen. And I don't think Ferrari or anybody else is going to beat that. Yeah, Alonso on the softs. Stroll on a flying lap, but it's not personal best sector 1 or 2, so he might not even improve. Lance Stroll down in 17th, the most 17th and 18th for Aston Martin, 2.5 seconds off the pace, which seems drastic. And that lap from Lance Stroll, 2.8 seconds off. Yeah, that seems drastically off the pace, that Aston Martin. Oh, they're still testing rear wings, says Ted Kravitz. Replay on board helmet cam. Charles Leclerc in Lesmo 1. Team radio Leclerc. I need to work on turn 6, especially all the other corners are fine. I know to find the lap time. Turn 6? What's turn 6? Is that first Lesmo, turn 6? Yeah, first Lesmo is turn 6 where you just launch it in. You literally drop a gear and throw it in. It's kind of basically, you kind of need downforce around turn 6. So he's basically saying he's not got enough downforce just to launch it in. Thing is, you make your car better for turn 6, you're going to lose straight line speed. So it's a balance. It is a balance. But yeah, we're nearly done with this final practice session. 2 minutes to go. Looking like it's going to be Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Sainz. Top 4. His statement above. Well, which one? I mean, you made a lot of statements. The Haas to pain with reliability issues, or you mean Alonso out on softs? I don't know. No, but I appreciate you running commentary, man, because it helps me out. It does help me out, because there's things that I miss that you spot. Hopefully there's things that you miss that I spot as well, you know, or else what am I even doing here? But yeah, a minute and a half to go. Yeah, Norris, Alonso, Alonso, Norris, P5 and 6, a second off the pace. Not that bad. Quicker than the Mercs. I don't get this. Are Alpine and McLaren quicker than Mercedes this weekend? Surely not. You know what I mean? Surely not. But Alonso could pull a madness this weekend. Because look at Alonso there in P5, right? 3 of the 4 drivers in front of him will have grid penalties. Alonso can start on the front row this weekend. If Alonso beats Russell in qualifying, yeah, it is. It's Alonso versus Norris and Russell, yeah. Yeah, I think the thing to look at for qualifying is... The thing to look at in qualifying is, right, Leclerc's probably going to get pole position, right? Unless he makes a mistake or something weird happens, right? Leclerc's probably going to get pole. But the battle is really going to be Alonso v Norris v Russell v Ocon v Hamilton. Well, no, Hamilton's out of the equation. So it's Alonso v Norris v Russell v Ocon in qualifying for a front row. For a front row start, basically. Alonso, one of those 4 drivers will start on the front row, won't they? One of those 4 drivers will start on the front row. Alonso, Norris, Russell, Ocon. One of those will start on the front row. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. It's a fight between those 4 drivers, basically. I mean, you've got Tsunoda there popping up into P8. Are AlphaTauri really under a shout of it? Probably not. You probably got the 2 Alpines, Russell and Alonso, fighting for a front row of the grid for the Italian Grand Prix. That's what we've got. I mean, maybe they get pole. If something happens to Leclerc, maybe one of those 4 gets pole. But yeah, that's the end of FP3. That's what it's going to be. Ocon's got a penalty. Right, you're right. So Ocon's got the penalty. So it's between Alonso, Norris, Russell. That's probably going to be 2, 3, 4 on the grid. We'll win which order. Find out in 2 hours' time. No, I think that's what what qualifying's going to be. But yeah, replay on board with Mick Schumacher at the end of the session. That looks fine into turn. Whoa, went too much curb on the second part of the chicane. Loses a rear end, but that's it then. That is the end of practice. for the Italian Grand Prix. We've done all 3 sessions. Yeah, join me 10 to 3 UK time, so what are we, 1 o'clock now, so yeah, in less than 2 hours I'll be back on for qualifying. And yeah, I think the story is you're looking at basically a Leclerc pole position, and then it's the battle for the front row, to be on the front row. Unless anything unusual happens, you never know. You know, Leclerc could be beaten. Imagine that. But yeah, that's what we're looking at going into qualifying. You know, with more than half a dozen drivers with grid penalties. That's the situation. We've got Russell v Norris v Alonso for front row of the grid, basically. Yeah, join me 10 to 3 for that. Appreciate you all joining. Please do drop me a like if you have enjoyed the stream. Please subscribe as well if you're a Formula 1 fan. You're on live every single qualifying and every single race, and qualifying is next, 10 to 3 UK time, couple of hours for that. Join me then. Peace out, guys. Thanks everyone for joining, and see you for qualifying.